Go ahead.
I'm Cheri. It's awesome that you guys can meet with me. I love you guys. You're so fantastic. What do you guys have going on now? I know when we talked a couple weeks ago, you had said maybe as far as touring overseas maybe next year, but that you were pretty swamped for the rest.
We are totally booked out for the rest of the year, which it's cool to know what you're doing and where you're going for the rest of the year. We haven't announced the whole touring schedule yet, but there's little dates popping up here and there. For now, we're on tour with WIIL for the next month, and then some more headline dates of big festivals in October, and then an official announcement about the next tour will be coming up very, very soon.
And then we get December off, which I'm actually pretty excited about.
Nice. When you start back, do you know yet when you start back up and how long of a break you'll have?
Yeah, we go back in mid-January-ish.
And have you done any shows with WIIL yet?
No, we meet up with them in just a couple of days in Pittsburgh, and I'm so excited.
So many people are just when they come, it's a huge deal.
Yeah,
it's
this
awesome.
is their 30-year
late on stage.
30-year anniversary. So for us, it's like
that's great.
Pretty honorable to be on this tour with them.
Definitely, that's great.
But our album came out yesterday, so we're pretty excited.
And I wanted to ask you about the videos. Like you guys were gonna surprise everybody with a video, and it ended up being 12 videos.
Yeah.
What was that?
That was really grueling process.
That was the hardest performance we've probably ever had to do in our lives.
I think the next day, all of us were walking around like we were 100 years old. I think
The next
every
3
bone
days.
in
Yeah,
my
the
body
next 3
hurt.
days.
I was bruised from head to toe.
Now, how long was the how long
11 hours.
You filmed 12 in 11 hours.
And we had to do 32 performances in the middle of the valley in Los Angeles, which is super hot.
No air conditioning.
No air conditioning and a tin roof. So the sun was on a tin roof with lights on the stage and full performance. 32 times.
It was so grueling, but totally worth it. Obviously, these videos are so fun, and it's really neat to be able to do a performance video for each song on the album.
Right.
And it's also cool because it doesn't make us have to pick which ones we do music videos for.
Right. And congratulations on the new release. It just released yesterday, right?
Yeah.
And that's awesome. It's just great. Now, do you know who you'll be touring with at all? Do you know any future?
Can't say.
We do.
Can't say it.
Yeah, I can't say.
I know. I wanted to ask you. You and I have a similar history as far as parents, and not allowing us to delve into what we love and rock.
Yes.
And I wanted to ask you what advice you have for other girls that are in the same situation or that don't live true to themselves once they are 18. Like you had.
Well, I think a lot of it is just having confidence in being yourself, regardless of what anyone's ever told you. You're not supposed to like this, you're supposed to like this, you're not supposed to dress this way, you're supposed to look this way, you're supposed to sound this way, all those different things. And a lot of young kids, not just girls but boys too, a lot of young kids don't have a lot of confidence in becoming what they want to be. I think we've probably all dealt with that. Growing up as a Mormon kid, even like the boys at 18 years old, they're supposed to go on a mission, and society shuns them if they don't. And it's sad. It's a really sad thing to see because it really doesn't allow people to have their freedom of choice. And that's how it was for me growing up. And as I got older, I realized that what I wanted was best for me, not what other people told me. And advice for that, I think, is just having confidence in yourself.
I think it's so important that you're doing that, because it shows kids they're not alone. You know what I mean? That there's other people out there that didn't make the right choices for them and learn from it.
Well, that's what we always say when people ask us, why do you open yourselves up so much? Why are you so raw with your lyrical style? And it's because we want kids to know that they're not alone. Whatever we've gone through in our lives, we want them to know that there's somebody who's out there living their dreams that went through hard times as well. And it really does inspire people. It inspired me as a kid. It inspired her as a kid.
And it's so important. It's really, it's so important that you do
We hear it every night from
that.
kids at the merch booth that say, listening to you guys really helps me be a stronger person. And, it's just an amazing feeling to be able to inspire kids.
That's my main goal. As long as we can inspire and be a positive influence in that sort of way, we're doing something right. As a kid, I had to hide listening to that kind of music, and my mom actually, she found the Korn album in my closet and broke it in front of my face. But that is what spoke to me. I could the emotions and the feelings that he had in those lyrics and the performance of it. It spoke to me, and it gave, like Carla always says, it gave my emotions and my feelings a voice. And I can just hope and pray that we do that for somebody else.
I think you absolutely are. I think it's so, the more, you know, the Caitlyn Jenner thing, and you know what I mean, that just for no other reason, if it helps one kid to know that, you know, that they're not alone, it's worth
I
all
feel
of
accomplished if it's even one.
Absolutely. How did you guys all come together? How did that happen?
Well,
Is someone from Chicago? Or one of you from Chicago? I'd heard that one of your band members was from Chicago, so we thought...
I'm from Detroit, which is close, but, you know. Heidi and I met in a cover band. I answered an ad for a cover band about 8 years ago, and she was already in the band, and we instantly, you know, had a connection with each other. We became best friends, and we decided to quit that band and, you know, start something new and fresh and more metal. And
that was one thing that we bonded on at the beginning, was our love for metal, which the other members of the band didn't really understand or like. So when we quit, that's what we wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I've known Carla for like over 10 years. So before
from LA,
yeah, we're like the oldest friends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How did you?
Jason and I went to school together. We went to Christian school, and it was like 7th grade, and he was in 8th grade. And then we started playing music together in 1999. And then I had been to watch their cover band play, and seen them a few times. Yeah,
Chris,
it was about let's just go with so many times. I was the beer bong winner.
He was Chris.
Every show I was the beer bong winner.
It was so fun because we all knew Chris because he would come to the shows and hang out, and it was really fun. And I remember begging Chris to come play drums for us. And it took a little bit because he was friends with Carla's ex-boyfriend. And he was like, oh, I don't know which, you know, I don't want to, like...
Why do you guys always have to choose between the friends?
Yeah, he didn't want me to come over
right.
here and do that. And he's like, oh, I'm not going to play with you anymore. I'm just like, oh, yeah.
But we see how it all worked out. I mean,
yeah,
you clearly made the right choice.
And then he brought along Jason, and it was
And
really...
the same guy told Jason...
that
You
he can't either.
Stop taking my friends away from me and having them play in your band.
He wouldn't let me be in his band because I wasn't, or what did he say?
Oh, that's right.
I was too metal for him.
You were dorky enough.
I wasn't dorky enough. So Carla's like, hey, we're looking for a bass player. I'm like, all right, yeah.
And then
I was so mad.
Now,
the second all of us stepped into the studio, I mean, it's been the original members the whole time, but the second all of us
shows that unity. That's great.
Yeah.
You know, you're not doing all the flipping and the
No,
people
it's
don't ever
really
know what to
Really,
expect.
yeah, it is very important, and it's very easy to do.
Well,
We
living
knew
in
it
this
at the
environment, you have to kind of have that, you know, that bond with each other and like each other, and you know, because you're in such close quarters all the
It's
time.
always sad to us when we hear about bands that absolutely hate each other, can't stand to be around each other, because, you know, we can disagree with each other, but we're like brothers and sisters, and at the end of the day, I care about all these people so deeply, and like, I wouldn't have
It's family.
it any other way.
When you create, like we create together, you just this bond forms, and we're almost inseparable.
and that's great. Though it speaks a lot to, you know, just to the unity of the group, and you know, you're just going to keep getting stronger and stronger, and that's awesome. What can we expect today with the performance? As far as new and old, or a lot of new, or
Gosh, we're gonna be playing some new songs that are so cool. Can't wait for you guys to hear them. And then, of course, all the old tried and true Butcher Baby songs that, you know, festival crowds love.
that's awesome.
Yeah, we'll be playing some of the new favorites. Yeah, ones that people have already heard. So we're pretty, you know, our time is pretty short, so we had to pick between all of our babies, and I think we're doing nine songs.
Yeah, we're gonna try to squeeze it in.
I'm just gonna blast through it.
Nice. Well, I just want to thank you guys. I know you've got a lot going on, and I won't keep you any longer, but on behalf of National Rock Review and 95 WIIL Rock Fest, we're so happy to have you guys here.
Thank you.
And you guys are awesome to talk to, so I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks,
so
guys.
much.